Welcome to Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone. We're live inside Muscatine Hy-Vee on 2nd Avenue in Muscatine, streaming on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Now, here's Tony Tone.
Hello, friends. Welcome back. It's Hy-Vee Today. This is Tony Tone. Monday, the 2nd of March. Can you believe it? March is here. We're in it. This is it. Welcome to March. It was an unbelievable Sunday here in Muscatine yesterday, across Muscatine County. I feel like people were just out and about everywhere. We spent some time at the Discovery Park Playground, which is one of the newest playgrounds in Muscatine, literally kind of behind Discovery Park's pond and near the Environmental Learning Center. Great place, absolutely packed. I had both of my sons, and then our friend Wyatt was with us, and we brought a remote control monster truck, because that's what you do at a park, is you bring a giant remote control monster truck. I feel like it's no different than people that bring dogs to the playground, right? Like, I didn't bring my dog because he barks, and not that he doesn't like being outside. He's fine. Put him on the lead. He's in the yard. He's having a good time. But I did not bring my dog. But it was just so great seeing so many people at the playground and just walking and out and about. And then just the smell around, 3 o'clock yesterday afternoon, permeating the air. It was grills. Everybody was grilling. Everybody was grilling in the neighborhood, and then I think somebody had a fire going, or somebody was on fire. I don't know. Hopefully it was just a fire by choice. But I noticed that as well and did a little spring cleanup. And by that I mean I filled 3 plastic Hy-Vee grocery bags with dog poop. So that's the worst part about having a dog, of course, is taking care of them. Or her, him or her, him in my instance. Our Puggle's name is Archie. So it had been, obviously, winter since I did the old spring cleanup in the backyard. And this is why, I don't know why I just didn't call Poop Pals. Shameless plug. What a great business. Poop Pals in Muscatine. They literally come to your house and clean up after your dog. I mean, nobody wants to do it. I didn't want to do it, but guess what I have? Because I'm 36, I'm boring. I have a pooper scooper. And I have an abundance of plastic Hy-Vee bags under my kitchen sink, just in case there's ever, a zombie apocalypse. I guess my thought is I could just strangle the zombies with plastic Hy-Vee bags. I don't know why we have 7,000 of them, but we do. So I used 3 of them yesterday, and then did a little bit of raking, cleaned off the deck a little bit. And it just seemed like maybe that was the signal of spring. I don't know. In the Midwest, this could be like, temporary spring. We'll see what happens. But it seems like, at least for the rest of the week, the weather should be in good shape. Hey, we're sitting here on March 2nd. It's Read Across America Day. And I'm so happy. I didn't even know, and I've worked here for almost 3 years, I didn't know we had a decent selection of books in the store. Read Across America Day celebrates, of course, the one and only Dr. Seuss, right? And pro tip for parents or grandparents, you turn on PBS. The Cat in the Hat knows a lot about that, voiced by Martin Sheen. Absolutely hilarious. Martin Sheen. No, am I saying it right? Steve Martin and Martin Sheen, right? Martin Short, not Martin Sheen. Martin Sheen, great actor from The West Wing. Martin Short he would probably do fine at Dr. Seuss. But it is Read Across America Day. I know that at my son Ted's school, they're doing like a whole theme this week at the Early Learning Center, and I think I'm going to read to his classroom tomorrow. I don't know what book I'm going to read. This is a Dr. Seuss book called The Foot Book, which is great for Dr. Seuss fans and anybody with a weird foot fetish. That would not be me, but here you go. Up feet, down feet. Here come clown. Now, this is not good if you don't like clowns. Maybe you skip this one. And then I don't even know if I'm familiar with this Dr. Seuss book. Bartholomew the Oobleck? Is that how you say it? I don't know. I don't know if I've ever seen this one. Welcome to Tony Reads Dr. Seuss on the Hy-Vee Today show. A couple years ago, I read at, I think it was Jefferson, for this same thing, Dr. Seuss, and they gave me like the longest Dr. Seuss book ever. I remember thinking, like, couldn't I have just got like The Fox and the Socks? Why do I got to read a chapter book to these kids? Because they don't have a lot of attention span, right? I mean, they just were sort of like, all right, guy from the radio station, you can stop reading now. We tuned you out a long time ago. And then, so the weekend was good. The weather was nice. It was good to get out and about. And the last thing that I'll say before we get to our first guest who's patiently waiting is that today at the store, March 2nd, if you want to save on gas, I think I used I had $1.37 off per gallon when I filled up my tank on Saturday. I saved like $17 on gas. It was fantastic. Today at the store, with every $10 you spend in the frozen food department, we'll put 10 cents on your fuel saver. So the more you spend, the more you'll save. 10 on 10, 20 on 20, 30 on 30, 40 on 40, and so on. If it's frozen, it's included, and it's absolutely fantastic. So please come in and check that out. All right, this is a project. Our first guest, Ted Maroff, is back talking about the Muscatine County Freedom Rock. I feel like, and Ted can answer this, of course, but I feel like we've got to be getting close to the point where Ted is going to say, Tony, the Freedom Rock is ready to roll. The ceremony is going to be on this date, this time. Are we there yet? How are we looking?
We're very, very close.
Very close.
Just
okay.
saw a not-for-publication email this morning, and so we are looking at a summer completion.
Okay.
And we have been selling the pavers to veterans from Muscatine County. And our goal is to get 1,000.
1,000 pavers. Okay.
And we're at 150 right now.
Nice.
And the orders are coming in as people find out about it. I mean, this is not a begging for funds. This is basically, we're going to build this thing.
Yep.
And people have a chance to be a part of it for their grandpas or grandmas or aunts or uncles. And lots of interesting stories are coming out about when these pavers show up.
Well, and that's what I was going to say. So Ted Maroff, been on the show several times. I feel like we had you on when this was just kind of announced, and then you got to the work of getting out and seeing people with the pavers, active service duty men and women, veterans.
Yes.
We're talking about Muscatine County Freedom Rock, a giant rock located in Wilton, near the train depot.
Right in front of the depot in downtown Wilton, yes.
But this is for the
Muscatine,
entire county, right?
For entire county and Muscatine County. In fact, I'm going to be down at the Veterans Luncheon March 8th down at the Armory. And Jen has invited me to present down there as well. I'm assuming there'll be a few veterans there. So when people find out about it, they're enthused. And so that's our biggest battle. So this week, we're doing a big push because if this goes down as to where I think it is, we've got about 2.5 months to try and push 800 plus pavers. So we're hitting the Muscatine Journal with 3 ads, Discover Muscatine with an ad for the next 3 months, the local weeklies, the Wilton Advocate, the West Liberty Index, the Tipton Conservative.
Good.
So our biggest battle is to get the word out, because what happens, the landscaper that we have doing it, when he did the Cedar County one, as he's doing it, people are coming up and saying, we haven't heard about this.
Right.
And you go, no. So we're just trying to tell everybody that we can.
Well, and that would be the worst thing to have happen, right? Is you're at the point where the pavers, like you said, they're going in place and people are like, I haven't heard anything about this. So what, and Brad, I want you to zoom in on these just to give, so Ted, these are the real deal, right?
These are the real deal.
The sizes.
We've actually gotten to the point where as of Wednesday of this week, we'll know how many pavers to order. I mean, we're going to transit the site with Hoekstra Masonry, Triple B Construction, and then RVM Landscaping. And we're going to walk the site, transit it, and so we'll have some good measurements and such. So King's Materials is going to be providing these. Frank Slaby is engraving them, and he made these 2 samples for me. The large one here is my grandpa, who was a World War I vet.
I was going to say, I saw the name. So Harlan Maroff on this one.
And Harlan is on this one. That's my dad. And he served right after World War II, right out of high school.
Oh, Harlan's on that one. Gotcha.
Correct.
Sorry.
So this is a medium size.
Okay.
They're $100. This is a large size. They're $150.
Wow.
The extra large is a little longer, and the smaller one is a little shorter. And the small one's $50. This is $100, $150, and then $250.
What an incredible way to honor someone.
Well, it's kind of neat in that my grandpa, the movie 1917 that's out now.
Yeah, great movie.
I mean, it's a very dramatic movie. I don't know if my grandpa's career was out, but he was one of those guys. He was a runner. He was a messenger. And he never, these guys, they never speak about it.
Right.
But I'm assuming he had to jump up out of the trench, run to the next trench without getting killed, and then make it home. So anyway, it's what we're looking for in addition to people participating is Bubba Sorensen, the painter, looks for stories and anecdotes to compose the rock. So I'm assuming with Muscatine and the riverboat history and so forth, that somewhere along the line, as a transportation center for the Civil War or World War I, there's got to be stories out there amongst the veterans in Muscatine that we would love to get our hands on.
Yeah, because this rock, the Muscatine County Freedom Rock, it is a bit, how big is the stone?
It's
massive.
It's about 7 feet high. It's 28,000 pounds.
28,000 pounds, and it is a blank slate.
It's a blank slate.
That will be painted. I just hope if you're watching, if you have no context, Cedar County Freedom Rock is in Tipton.
Correct.
Right. Beautiful. There's the rock, right? So so the whole rock will be painted.
And he usually gets about 5 to 6 scenes on it.
Wow.
Of something that is
unbelievable.
That's something that represents the county.
Sure.
You know, and so for like the Cedar County one, they had a Civil War scene in it because it was part of the Underground Railroad and so on and so forth. So we're looking for that input as well.
And it's important, and you've alluded to it already, whether it is that World War I or World War II or the Korean War, certainly our Vietnam vets.
We're basically, again, some of the stories are kind of neat. Out of Wilton is the Wacker sisters.
Sure.
All 3 of them served in active duty in World War II.
Wow.
And, you know, they're in their 90s now. But and the Lehman brothers. The stone simply says 3 Lehman brothers. They served in World War II. So these really bring to the forefront the humanity of these people.
Well, and that's just it. I mean, I think most of us have had people in our lives that have served. You know, my grandpa was in World War II. His brother died in World War II, both in the Navy, right? My grandpa would tell you that his brother, Tommy, Flatfoot, was a cook.
Yeah.
And then was on a ship that was hit and couldn't get out. Right?
Yeah.
So, and then I was in high school when 9/11 happened.
Yeah.
And guess what? I have friends that they took the charge, and I graduated and went on to St. Ambrose, and I have friends that graduated and went to boot camp. And that have made careers out of it. So I'm all about recognizing wherever they serve. This is for everybody. And it'll become, Ted, such a great focal point and a point of interest for people to go to Wilton and to check out the Muscatine County Freedom Rock and look at the pavers.
It's fun.
And the stories that they'll have.
It's fun to walk through these sites and see the names, and they evoke memories or what have you. You'll see names that, I remember that guy as an old man.
Right.
But there he is, you know, memorialized for his service. And we're thrilled to have it. The things that the cultural thing that's developing around the Freedom Rock sites, because I think Bubba's going to complete the 99th one this year.
Wow.
So they'll all be done.
It's amazing.
Is that motorcycle clubs and people are making little tours of, you know, they'll go see a half a dozen of them in a day and so forth.
So cool.
And they're all unique. Every one of them is a unique site that reflects the personality of the county. So
look at that one. That's the one in Tipton.
Yeah,
look at that. That's a rock. I mean, that's unbelievable.
Yeah,
Ted.
and I think one of those characters in there, all 3, the Marine saluting on the left, that is somebody from Cedar County.
Wow.
And I think one of the people, whether it's the general with his sword, they're another person from Cedar County, and that's
absolutely fantastic.
So that's he looks for those stories.
Yeah. So the good news is, if you're watching and you've heard about, regardless of if you've heard about it or not, you still have time to get one of these pavers.
Yes.
It seems like there's a lot of ways to do it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you have a website, you have social. We've been showing that. There's an order form that'll be in
the newspapers
in the
themselves.
papers, right? And it's on Facebook. We saw the ad.
Cut them out, fill them out, send it in, or call us.
Okay.
I even put my personal email on these things.
That's awesome.
Email me. I'll call you back, and we'll get you going, because it's an easy thing to do. We make it as easy as we can, and you know, the newspaper ads are just part of that push.
Yeah, I love it. There it is, right there. Right, February 1st. You can see the post. Get on board the Freedom Rock train, right? That's what you got to fill out, essentially.
You'll be able to cut that out. I mean, we put little squares in there to tell you how many characters, because this isn't a piece of paper. You can't erase it once we've engraved it. So you got to kind of keep within the guidelines so that the engraver can do it. But For the most part, unless somebody wants to write their family history on it, it works very well. Their name, rank, serial number, and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, that's a nice shot right there. That's what's going in the paper, so that you can physically see what we're trying to do.
So again, 150 sold as we're sitting here on March 2nd. The goal would be another 800 or so, getting close to that 1,000 mark.
Yep.
Seems very doable. But yeah, so the thought is summer. Is that? I'm not trying to nail you down on a date, but there's a couple of things that are happening this summer. 4th of July is on a Saturday.
Correct.
Boy, it would be convenient if it tied into that Wilton Founders Day, wouldn't it?
It would be if it timed out. If it timed out that way. But the problem we have with that is we put a stage in front of it for Founders Day. So that kind of
just
blocks
put the rock on the stage.
But
Ted, what do you mean?
But I made the call. Hopefully you would be able to help us out with some emceeing skills that you have for that. We think it might be the 4th of July, but again, don't know for sure.
Okay.
But
this is a big undertaking, and it's so. Again, if you're watching and you want to support this and recognize, I mean, this is a tangible. This is an unbelievable way to recognize someone in your life, family, friend. I wanted to ask a question, but I don't want it to come off. I'm not trying to be insensitive, but are there like? Could someone buy a paper that says just thank you to all servicemen and women?
Yes.
I mean, are you?
City of Atalissa did that.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
City of Atalissa honors I think they said honors the memory of all veterans who served. So yes, absolutely you could if you're not a veteran yourself or you don't know a veteran but would like to have some memory.
Yeah.
The Morrow family honors our veterans, and that could go in there as well, as long as it's veteran themed. We've had a couple of requests early on when they just wanted to get their names in there.
Sure.
And I go, well, where are you from? Oh, we're from Ohio. Nah, we're not going to take that one.
Yeah, maybe just keep it within the county.
But that's our best bet.
I'm inclined to ask, and again, I don't ask this to be insensitive, but is it wrong to ask? Could there be Hy-Vee stores in Muscatine recognize our veterans?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that's. I mean,
we actually.
There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, we all try to.
The structure of the site, the little arc that we plan on building, there are going to be opportunities for a Hy-Vee, for a Bandag, for major players to help. And say, Han honors the veterans of Muscatine County or Bandag or Hy-Vee.
Sure.
That opportunity is definitely there. Can be a paver, or we have probably half a dozen larger stones that would go for more of a corporate sponsor.
And I love that graphic in particular, Chad. Let's keep that there, because when you talk about Muscatine County, this is exactly who you're talking to. Muscatine, Nichols, Atalissa, West Liberty, Wilton, Durant, Stockton, Montpelier, Fairport, Arden, Fruitland, Cranston, Conesville. I mean, it's everybody, Ted. This is, and I think sometimes I say Muscatine County, and I forget about Conesville, or I forget about Montpelier. Well, but it is for everybody.
And I think the theory of the county was is how far could a wagon go in a day back when they made these counties.
Sure.
Well, that's just an old story, but it might be true, maybe not. But
that would make sense, though.
So yeah, I appreciate you asking me, or actually I beg you.
No, beg me.
Tony makes me wait like a month. Okay, we'll let you on. But the opportunity to present this, because it's really... But this is really a good opportunity for people.
Well, I just feel like, listen, people serve their country proudly, and sometimes the thing that drives me nuts is when we don't take care of our servicemen and women when they come back, whether they were in Desert Storm or Vietnam or the Korean War or Operation Iraqi Freedom. We're quick to send young men and women off to war, but when they come back, how are we taking care of them? So, I'm happy to talk about the Muscatine County Freedom Rock because it's going to pay tribute to that decision. That was, some of them, it wasn't their decision. Some were drafted, right? But to recognize the efforts, and I love what you said, to put some humanity to it. These were people that were there when we needed them, and we should have this one.
To me, like my two brothers served in the Marines, and back in the 70s, and I'm going to make sure that their names get in there as well. But that was, for the one brother, 4 years of his life, and my other brother served 2 years. But all of these people, they dedicated a piece of their life to service of their country, and not necessarily a safe environment.
Right.
I mean, there's ways to volunteer where you know you're not going to get shot at, but
sure.
you know, these guys all signed up for that. So, yeah, at the end of the day, it's going to be a nice site. It's going to be a pleasant site to come visit. And we're hoping it's one of the more unique sites in the state.
Well, I think that's what's, I like Wilton a lot already, and now to have this, amenity for the entire county, and to have it be available for folks to come and see and walk and look at the pavers, and probably emotional as well, as much as it will be. So. Right, a great thing. There'll be some emotions when you see the names and you imagine the stories.
One of the larger benefactors is the Townsend Foundation. Okay. Well, Herb Townsend served in the Navy for 4 years. And so Herb just wanted, his family wanted a paver there, so Herb's going to be in there.
Yeah.
I think he served from like 1951 to 1955. Herb Townsend, U.S. Navy, in the years he served. Very simple, very poignant.
That's absolutely fantastic.
Yep.
I mentioned, and I want to pivot just for a second because you're here, so it's March, but I do feel like I saw recently a post about, I don't know, was it a theme for Founders Day, Wilton Founders Day?
Oh, I believe it's a tailgate party.
That's right. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is not going to be until what, August?
End of August. Okay. I think like the 21st and 22nd. Don't hold me to that, but the Friday and Saturday.
Yeah. But it comes up rather quick, and it's been...
Comes up like a freight train. Are you kidding? I mean, gee, Christmas. I mean, I've got the alumni banquet in a month.
You know voluntarily take it on along with your son and other folks that are helping. But it seems like, Ted, my point is the last couple of years, Wilton Founders Days, it just continues to grow and has gotten bigger and better. And I imagine you're excited for 2020.
Oh, absolutely. Right? Yep. In fact, I think they've got some good plans going. I'm not quite as involved this year, but my son Tyler is because of the music and the stage management and that sort of thing.
Sure.
I think one of the bands is coming back from last year that was very well received.
Awesome.
I believe, and again, I'm not intimately involved with it this year, but they may bring a carnival along with the bounce houses and so forth. They're trying to jockey for what to do. But yeah, we're all looking forward to that, and it's really ramped back up in the last couple of years to become a more family-oriented thing.
And you talk about something that serves the entire county, and that's a great example.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, Wilton Founders Day is not just for people in Wilton. It should be for everybody as an attraction.
Yeah, it is. And with the bands, like last week, the more we get the information out, these bands are truly... I mean, they're not Nashville bands, but they're tremendous bands that play in Branson and so forth. And we got one of them to come up and play in Wilton. It was like, holy crap, how'd that happen?
Yeah.
But it did. So we're hopeful that happens again this year.
So Muscatine County, I guess if we're looking at the Ted Maroff calendar of events, the Muscatine County Freedom Rock, big project. You alluded to, again, the alumni banquet next month.
April 4th.
Which is... It doesn't sound like a lot, but these alumni banquets in Wilton attract how many people?
We did almost 400 last year.
Jeez Louise.
Yeah, so
I don't understand.
I'm having alumni banquet nightmares now. I wake up at 3 in the morning and go, oh my God. So, but yeah, people like it. And the alumni, you go to a small school like that.
Sure.
It is a common bond that everybody has. Yeah. And we try to make it so that it's not just class of 1960. How many are here? Okay, good. 61. We try to make it a good time.
Yeah.
The main thing is people see old friends, old classmates, but we try to throw in the mix to give it some.
But you're right. There is this sense of, and I'm not saying it's just exclusive to Wilton, but certainly this, and not to say that everybody still lives in town, but when you talk about the word community, I really get the sense just from some of the pictures and videos and you guys live streams, some of it last year.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, it was kind of, it was a party, and people seem to really enjoy each other's company.
Yeah, we do the milestone classes.
Sure.
And we kind of fell into that, like, what shall we do? And that moves forward each year so that each year has a different featured class, and they kind of build around that. So a couple of the classes build their class reunions around the banquet now.
Awesome.
And so that's pretty cool. So this year it's 1950. That's my Aunt Bonnie's year. So she's flying up from Dallas, Texas to be there for that.
Yeah.
60, 70, 80, 85, 95, and 2005. So we've got speakers lined up. I'm trying to get the retired admiral of the George Bush aircraft carrier.
Wow.
To show up, Will Pennington. But
Cool.
Will's very busy traveling the country doing retired admiral things. So, we
Hopefully you can get him to make a stop in Wilton.
yeah, we make if he can stop for 30 minutes, do the intro on their class video, and then head out again.
Cool.
So, but yeah, it's been a lot of fun, and we try to make it interesting for everyone.
Well, and again, Wilton just up the street from Muscatine, and there's a lot going on. And I told Ted when I saw him before we started the show that tomorrow we're going to be talking to a couple cast members from the upcoming Addams Family show that the Wilton Fine Arts Guild putting on. So
yeah, we're
really
all
exciting.
looking forward to that. Paul Marquez is playing Gomez in that. I mean, I don't know who they had take the pictures that show up on Facebook.
Saw that.
Those are awesome.
They just did like these cast photos this weekend where everybody was in character.
Yeah,
and they look great. I think Paul Marquez is Gomez. Anna Mason Garb is Morticia. I know my buddy Mark Lawrence, I think, is playing Uncle Fester.
Really?
And it just seems like...
Well, and those guys have all the fun, but behind the scenes is Connie Hoekstra and Stevie
Connie's
Whitehead.
awesome.
I mean, the directors and putting everything together, that's a lot of hard work.
What a great... This is a picture, Chad, I saw this morning. So Brenda Ochiltree, right? Her,
Yes.
They, her and Lynn own the Candy Kitchen.
Oh, yeah.
And then, by the way... She's in the show.
Yep.
So this is super cool. Wilton Fine Arts Guild doing the Addams Family, and it's just nice. Like I think
there's
a lot
they
of
run it 2 weekends. I think it's
Yes.
13th, 14th, 15th, and then the following weekend a Saturday and a Sunday.
I believe that is correct.
I think that's
there
how
it
they
is
do
right there.
Yep.
The
There
Addams
it is.
Family coming.
In fact,
to
when I
Wilton.
leave here, I got to go back to City Hall and put the announcement on the electric sign out at the edge of town. So.
Oh, you control that.
Oh, I have all power, Tony.
Nice.
Would you like a compliment on the sign?
I wouldn't. I wouldn't hate it. What can I?
Tony's a great guy.
All I stand to do is gain some fans in Wilton.
And I'll flash it.
So I'm just surprised that they didn't, because you are no stranger to the theater. They didn't try and
acting.
They didn't try and reel you into the Addams Family.
Well, I kind of am busy with the banquet and stuff, so that makes it hard for me.
Okay.
And in fact, I'm doing a little traveling with work. I'm still working.
Sure.
I got to go to Vegas this month and stuff. So
you got to go to Vegas. Darn it.
So that trade.
How do you do it?
Yeah, trade show hell. Yeah.
I feel like you're at trade shows, but it's always warm. You're not going to like
no,
you're
you
not
don't
going
like
to
to go to those.
Minnesota. No offense, Minnesota. Like you're going Vegas and California.
Vegas, sometimes Orlando.
Oh boy.
And if it's really bad, Atlanta.
Oh, but I don't know how you do it.
So no, I've been in a couple of those. They're a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And the crowds are very appreciative of it.
Well, it's just nice. I mean, there's a lot of good things coming out of Wilton, and the fact that there is this group of people, talented people, just like in Muscatine, they just had a great run with Legally Blonde, and but look at that, right? Like, look at Paul promoting the show. It's fantastic. Look at Paul; he is nailing it.
Yeah, I tried to get him into our alumni play in the the Christmas play, but I think he wants too much money. I gotta try.
Well, that's always the thing.
Yeah.
How do you think he affords? By the way, Paul's house in Wilton, short of giving you his address, you'll know where his house is on Halloween.
Oh yeah.
Because his house is like to the nines, to the point where he has like holograms of like ghosts and stuff, and then he
needs a bigger yard because he keeps putting additional tombstones in. He does a celebrity tombstone graveyard.
It's impressive.
Yeah. Takes a lot of work.
And I think he's just a very like artistic, nice guy. So I'm excited. So again, if you're watching us, if you're just tuning in, if you're coming into the show late, Ted Maroff, Muscatine County Freedom Rock, this is what we're here to tell you. These pavers are available for you to recognize someone in your life, family, friends that have served or are currently serving. I guess 4 different sizes.
4 different sizes. You see 2 of them here. This is the medium right there. That's my father. And then the one on the left is a large size. And then there's an extra large, as we call it. And then there's a smaller size. It's about like this. And they go from 50 to 100 to 150 to 250. And quite frankly, we the most we sell are usually the medium because they're longer. But $50 will get you one that looks just as good.
Yeah,
and
it's
there'll be a row and everything else. That it's really going to be nice. It really
Muscatine
is.
County Freedom Rock coming soon, located in Wilton. It's going to be. I can't wait to see it all come together. I do appreciate the legwork and the logistics getting there, but I can't wait to see it happen and to understand. We're talking about a 28,000-pound stone that will be painted to depict and capture stories. A lot of rich history.
Yep.
Even some Civil War markings throughout the county.
Well, and again, just want to repeat that we're looking for anecdotes from people who may have service members that, have a funny Sergeant Bilko story or stories of valor. And so that's what the artist uses to compose the painting on the rock are those stories. So.
All right, Muscatine County Freedom Rock online, on social media. Get a hold of Ted. Get these ordered. You still have time, but don't wait to the point of where they're setting them.
Yeah,
don't be reactive. Be proactive and get this taken care of.
We've got print ads going in the Journal today, so look in the Journal the next 3 days. This will be running. Discover Muscatine.
Yep.
We'll run it once a month in Discover Muscatine, and then your local papers, Wilton Advocate, West Liberty Index, and the Tipton Conservative. And as we go, we will have to have a cutoff.
Sure.
And I'm anticipating that cutoff to be mid-May, somewhere in there, mid-May to end of May.
Okay.
Again, we'll know more after Wednesday of this week when I meet with the contractors and that sort of thing.
So get them ordered.
Get them ordered.
It's going to be an unbelievable site.
We want to do 1,000 pavers.
1,000 pavers. Let's do it. We could do it. We could do 1,000. That's easy, right? That's easy to do.
That's right.
When you're talking about our servicemen and women. Well, I appreciate you being here. It's great to see you.
Thank you, Tony.
And there's always something going on in Wilton that's newsworthy.
Yeah, really. Yeah, rec center's moving forward. I mean, a lot of stuff.
See, this is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Wilton, it's happening. It's all happening.
I mean, if I throw all this stuff out, you don't remember anything. So, Freedom Rock. Freedom
so
Rock.
You have to come back on. Yeah, please, Muscatine County Freedom Rock. This is really exciting and a great opportunity, and we appreciate everybody that's gotten a paver already. But if this is a catalyst for you to reach out, please do so. And yeah, I can't wait to learn more about the official unveiling and little ceremony that'll follow.
We'll let you know.
Thank you, sir.
You'll be the first to know what we
I appreciate that.
Okay.
I will take breaking news on this show.
All right.
We just had somebody break a plate, which is kind of like breaking news. I heard that over there.
Fire that guy.
Yeah, I was going to say they're all out of here. All right. We're going to go cart cam, aisle cam. All right, perfect. We'll go to CBI Bank and Trust aisle cam. And we're looking in the produce department and at Starbucks, which is nice because we do have another one of those Starbucks happy hours on Thursday. So if you love Starbucks, buy one, get one free on Thursday. So that's really exciting. I did not get a Starbucks this morning. I opted for one of the Zions Energy fruit punch, 2 carbs, so very low carb, no sugar, little caffeine, great taste. It says it on the can. All natural flavors and colors. Vitamin fortified. That's kind of intense. How do you like your vitamins? Usually fortified. So, I mean, it says it on the can. It's got to be true, right? These vitamins are fortified, not just your regular vitamins. All right, so that looks good. Did I miss National Peanut Butter Day? Is that what happened? National Peanut Butter Day was yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. I love right now, by the way, I can hear behind me Ted Maroff telling somebody about Muscatine County Freedom Rock. That's great. That's happening right now. I can hear him. I can hear his voice. So, all right, let's go to Steve at Toyota Muscatine Cart Cam, heading towards aisle 10 where we have some books because it is Read Across America Day. Shout out to Tom Wilson that's watching on Facebook. Mr. Wilson, probably somewhere warm. Tom Wilson, one of those retired people that I think he's like a snow bunny. He's out of here, Tom Wilson. Maybe in Florida, if I'm not mistaken. And then our friend Adam Rinninger says, I'm at the Board of Supervisors meeting. So Muscatine County Board of Supervisors meeting started at 9 a.m. this morning. Adam Rinninger, one of our Special Olympics athletes who is speaking at the meeting this morning. Oddly enough, I saw Nathan Mather driving this morning. So hopefully that goes well and they don't cut funds from Special Olympics. So here we go, aisle 10, Read Across America Day, and Muscatine Community Schools kind of celebrating all week. Thank God the troll's there. Thank goodness that troll is just hanging out. That fits. Like, that's where he should stay. That troll wants to tell you to read. Look at that spindle of books. That is fantastic. again, I work here. I've worked here for a while, but sometimes I have tunnel vision. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I mean, I know that we have books and magazines, but I didn't know we had the good selection of the kids' books. And you should definitely check out. Does the troll have a Dr. Seuss book in his arms? Nice. That is just great. Toyota Muscatine Kart Cam showing you Hop on a Pop, one of the Dr. Seuss classics. So March 2nd, Read Across America Day. It is World Teen Mental Wellness Day. And it is, what is it? It's Banana Cream Pie Day, right? And National Old Stuff Day. I don't know why we have National Old Stuff Day. That could be Tony Tone. Tony Tone is old stuff now. Not new stuff. I've been around for a long time today. And when you feel like you're getting younger, you're getting older. I was talking to some of my coworkers this morning about my tinnitus that I have, and sometimes I just lose hearing in my right ear. Thanks a lot, 12 years of radio. That's fun. Remember, I talked to my doctor about tinnitus. I was like, should I be worried? He's like, well, sometimes it'll just come and go. And I was like, oh, so that's the answer, is sometimes my hearing in my ear will just come and go. He's like, I don't know what you want me to tell you. And I'm like, I don't know. But this is this is one of those things, Chris pointing out, this is old stuff. But it looks old, but it's probably it's probably new to look old, right? Yeah. I think this kind of stuff is cool, though. Like, oh, there's stuff inside of it, too. Marvelous. It's like pixie dust. Look at that. It's like magic in there. I guess what does it hold? Does it hold a burrito? Flowers? I don't know. It's from the floral shop. Can it hold my Zions? Kind of. Yeah. Tchotchkes, right? I don't even know. What is it called? It just says floral item. This was produced out of Creative Co-op in Nashville, is what it says. No, Memphis, Tennessee. But it's just like one of those things. It's like an antique, right? In my garage, on top of my garage refrigerator, I have an antique that I bought several years ago from Antique Archaeology in LeClaire, home of the American Pickers. And my wife hates it. I think I've shown it before, but I'll take a picture and show you tomorrow. It's this antique carnival game. And it's a clown, and it's very unsettling. But it was on a couple episodes of American Pickers, and I bought it, and now it's on top of my refrigerator. And I don't know if it's worth any more than what I paid for it, but I'd be happy to sell it to you. So let me know. Let me know if you're interested, right? Because that's kind of where we're at. Like, maybe we're going to have spring, and you're going to start, like, spring cleaning. We're trying to organize our garage a little bit better. Most people in our neighborhood have, like, the shed in the backyard where they put their lawnmower. We were heading out on Saturday night, and I saw one of our neighbors. Their garage door was open, and their garage was immaculate. All that was in their garage was a fridge. And I'm like, well, that's how you fit two cars in there, because you don't have stuff everywhere. So I guess I don't want to have to buy a shed. I don't know how to build a shed. I don't want to learn how to build. I'm assuming I could just go to a place that sells them and say, like, that one, and then just bring it and put it right there, right? Like, can you just put it on a truck and then just drive it into my yard and just sit it down back there? Because I'm not going to have, like, a 700-page building a shed instruction manual. Not doing that. I'm already being tasked with potentially putting together another trampoline, which doesn't sound like a lot, but it's a hoot, let me tell you. But as far as a shed, I ain't doing that. No, if you know how to build a shed and you want to come over, let me know. We'll have a shed party, right? And then what'll happen undoubtedly is we'll have too much stuff in the shed, and then we'll have to, like, declutter the shed. Then I'm gonna have to get another shed, right? As I told my wife, I'm like, you don't want to start with a small shed, because then you run out of room. You got to go bigger. And then you're like, oh, I don't know if we needed this much room. And then in a month, you're like, we need to get a bigger shed, right? That's where the dog's going to live, in the shed, as he should. All right. So back-to-back days was there a piece of gold in that? Look at that. I think I found gold from this little tchotchke. There's a piece of gold. I think I found gold, unless this is part of my gold tooth. Look at that. I don't know if we can see that on the camera. But I think I'm going to retire because I found gold. Look at that right there. A little bit of gold fell out of there. Is it a crumb? I don't know. Oh, yeah, it's squishable. It's not gold. It's very squishy. It might be a piece of gum. Is this a spittoon? Is that what this is? Bing. It's like, I don't. They just have a lot of stuff at the floral shop, right? Catherine, our floral manager, texting me during the show, she said, these are, I don't even know how to pronounce this. What is it? Well, it's definitely not hydrangea. Hyacinthus? Hyac. I don't know, but here's the picture. I don't know what it is. Hyacinthas. Hi, Santa. That's what I'm going to call it. Look at how bad my cuticles look. Yoink. That's something that just arrived. Hi. Oh, wait. I did hear glasses fall. Are we looking for glasses? I heard something fall. Okay. So that's what Catherine wanted me to tell you. Hi, something. I don't know. I don't know what it is. But that hyacinthus and hi Skip. Skip's back there. I don't think it's hacienda. I know what a hacienda is. Although, maybe. All right, so yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot to tell you. Again, I'm really excited that it's Read Across America Day. I think reading is good. Read to your kids, read to your grandkids. This is a Cat in the Hat knows a lot about that coloring book. Cat in the Hat knows a lot about that. Dr. Seuss show on PBS. I love PBS. Support PBS, right? What do we got? WQPT, out of the Quad Cities, your local PBS station. I'm a product of WTTW in Chicago, growing up watching PBS with Mr. Rogers. And I don't know if you ever remember the Frugal Gourmet, the cook that I think was a pedophile, so that's not good. But I didn't know that at the time. It was Mr. Rogers, and then the Frugal Gourmet came on. He was a cook. It was a cooking show. I don't know what to tell you. We had Mr. Rogers, and then we had the Kids News and Sesame Street, right, on PBS. So I'm a fan of PBS, and I'm a fan of Dr. Seuss. And these are the fresh, the Hyacinth H. You tell me how to pronounce this, Brad. Can you zoom in on that right there? These people at home think I'm like uncultured, like I don't know. You say that word right there, H-Y. Come on, somebody, go ahead, give it, take a stab. Huh? I don't even know what. High incisor. I think I have a high incisor. That's a tooth. Hyacinth. I don't know. Chris, you want to ask him how to say it over there? He's very nimble, that Chris Anderson. He moves very quickly, so he'll probably be back in 2 seconds. He's very spry. He's going to be like, it's high. I can't even say it, but they look nice. Do they have a smell? Yeah, they smell like flowers, you know. These are cool. I'm not trying to undersell it, but this definitely makes you feel like spring, right? They're kind of cool. I don't know if you want me to do this. Like, is that better? So you can get like a full thing right next to the peanut butter. It looks perfect right next to the peanut butter. Yeah, check it out. There you go. Okay. Hyacinth. Thank you, Chris Anderson. Hyacinth. Yeah, just like it's written. Hyacinth. All right. Why can't they just have normal name? Like, I don't have a better name for these. Springy. There you go. The springy flower. Hyacinth. Like, why floral terminology should not be hard to pronounce, right? Like, they should call it's gonna die in a weekison if you don't water it, right? Like, don't forget to water it. That could be a name. Anyways, a couple things to tell you, and then we're going to get out of here for today. I can't believe it's Monday. I can't believe it's March. Wow, March is here. Are you kidding me? This is wild. There's a leprechaun on TV over here on the show that Wayne Brady hosts. It's very distracting. The Frozen deal, there's a guy in a leprechaun suit. The Frozen sale is going on today. And if you need to buy something to stock your freezer, thank you, sir. Steve's handed me a very, very well-drawn napkin. Today is the day. Everything frozen, 10-cent fuel saver with every $10 you spend. So you can see it right there, from pizza to frozen vegetables and ice cream and everything in between, right? If it's frozen, today you can save. And I hope they'll take advantage of it. Jen, our friend Jen, is trying to phonetically break down the spelling of these on Facebook. That's marvelous. I've already forgot how to say it. Chris? Hyacinth. Thank you. Hyacinth. She kind of broke it down to where it's, hyacinth. Okay. Steve's note on the napkin, March is coming in like a lamb, but it could go out like a lion, right? That's a good point. I mean, if you're going to start a month like yesterday in the 60s, and he's right. I mean, we've had snow at the end of the month of March because that's my oldest son Henry's birthday is March 27th. And that's the last thing I want to think about is because it's like you get to April and then May and then you get to like Memorial Day and the pools will be opening, right? You know, I mean, I'm all for, call me crazy, but I would like a spring this year, right? And not just like 2 days before it gets to 90 degrees and humidity. I was talking to my coworker, Lori Hardman, this morning, and I said, do you have any bug soother yet? And she said, it's too early. And I said, there's bugs everywhere. What do you mean? She's like, I don't know if it's going to be a buggy season because, like, of course it's going to be buggy. They're already predicting that we're going to have flooding again, right? So it'll be buggy. Get your bug soother. Shameless plug. Here's the forecast. Snow expected Wednesday. What? For us? Here? Or is that just like a thing? Why? Come on. Oh, that's nothing. Pfft. Ain't even going to worry about that. Yeah, whatever, snow. Little bit of a dusting. Little bit of a snow. Nothing to worry about. 40s and 50s, but that's kind of what we're looking at, right? Today's high 47. 54 on Tuesday. Beautiful. Just great. It's good. We need this. We need it. Even though we had a mild winter, look at that. I like that forecast, friends. 47, 54, 53, 58 on Thursday, 50 on Friday with mostly sunny and cooler. And back to the 60s on Sunday. Okay. Could be a little theme. 60s on Sunday, right? What else can I tell you? The hot deals on the front page of the Hy-Vee ad are still rocking and rolling. If you want to come into the store, take advantage of the savings. I told you how much laundry we do in my house. Probably did 8 loads of laundry this weekend. Not bragging, of course. I mean, I think if I ever have a midlife crisis, it's going to be centered around folding laundry. Yep. So much laundry. Like how, and then we have these kids' socks, and we don't know where the other sock is. It's gone. I mean, we have so many mismatched kids' socks in my house. It's crazy. Where are the socks? I don't know. I have no answer for it. I mean, I'm pretty good about like my socks. Plus, I got like 6 of these St. Ambrose Fighting Bee socks. Those are easy to keep together. These kids' socks, they're everywhere. I don't know if you have a strategy. If you're watching, email me, hyveetoday@gmail.com. How do you keep your kids' socks together? Because it's just crazy. So anyways, the hot deal is Tide being one of them. Going through laundry detergent, like it's going out of style. We've got Rock and Roll Bingo coming back on Saturday, March 21st, right here in the Market Grill Express. This is going to be a lot of fun. Kicks off at 7 p.m. Listen to a song. Look at your bingo card. If you have that song and artist on your card, you make a little mark. And if you get a bingo, we'll hook you up with a Hy-Vee gift card. Free to play. Reservations required for Rock and Roll Bingo. Last time we did this, 95 people. I'm not exaggerating. 95 people. You can give all the credit to Skip Armstrong for those specials. Look at that. The Jimi Hendrix. That sounds awesome. Jimi Hendrix, Huey Lewis and the Booze is the best drink special ever. There will never be as clever of a drink special as Huey Lewis and the Booze. And then the Fleetwood Mac and Cheeseburger, which comes with a side of Lindsey Buckingham sad fries, right? Lindsey Buckingham will be here serving the Fleetwood Mac and Cheeseburger. So that's Saturday, March 21st. That's going to be a lot of fun, Rock and Roll Bingo. And then a regular bingo on Monday, March 23rd, right back here in the Market Grill Express. So I want you to come and check that out. So with it being a new month, we still have the Hy-Vee bags for a cause. And Chad, I didn't take a picture yet because I just set them out there. But for the month of March, you can support the United Way of Muscatine. So we have the red reusable grocery bags. Come into the store. They're $2.50. You buy them, and $1 from each transaction for the month of March will go directly to the United Way of Muscatine and all the great things that they do across Muscatine County. So shout out to the United Way of Muscatine. They're promoting it on their social media, which is awesome. And you can come into the store And I can't handle, there's a commercial right now, there's a banana doing a sit-up. Did anybody else see that? I can't handle this TV over here. It's so distracting. There's a banana doing a sit-up. I feel like Steve put that on there on purpose. Look at this guy. So somewhere there is a matching pair of socks. How many different Sharpies do you have? I feel like I need to talk to you about, if we ever are, it's inventory here at the store. If we're missing some Sharpies, I know where to find you. Look at that. They don't sell this brand. Okay, Steve has his own preferred brand of, he's found out which Sharpies write best on napkins, apparently. He's deduced. He's got a brand. Yeah, the matching socks thing, it's crazy. All right, the Aisles Online app on your phone, sure. So, I feel like winter, you don't want to get out and shop for yourself. I feel like it gets warm, you come to the store, but if you want to use Aisles Online on your phone, by all means, download the app. It's free. It's easy to use. But I feel like, yesterday is a great example. 60-degree weather, get out to the store. Maybe you go to church, and then you come to the store, you buy some stuff, you grill it up, you're meal prepping, whatever the case may be. But if you don't want to do any of that and you just want to shop from home, download the app. It's free. It's easy to use. One press of a button, and you've got the Hy-Vee Aisles Online app, right? So iPhone, Android device, doesn't matter. Whatever you use, we're there with you. And I hope that you'll consider checking it out. And then speaking of Aisles Online, Tuesdays and Thursdays going to Wapello. So if you or someone you know is in the Wapello area, we are bringing the heat. And by that I mean we're bringing groceries to Wapello twice a week between 7 and 8. You show up. This is pretty ingenious, right? So you go to the Hy-Vee Aisles Online website or the app. You place your order. If you're in Wapello or near Wapello, you select the Wapello pickup point. And then on Tuesdays and Thursdays, you show up. You see the Hy-Vee Aisles Online vehicle. We hand you your stuff, and you're on the way. Very convenient. There's not a local store in Wapello anymore. Right off Highway 61. You can't beat it. I mean, and it's just a great deal. So I appreciate everybody that uses that. Quite a few orders every week going to Wapello, so thank you very much. And then last but not least, hey, listen, Starbucks Happy Hour, Thursday, March 5th. Are you ready? 2 till 7, buy one grande or larger drink, as it says on the screen, get one free. So Starbucks does this once or twice a month, and for March, the first one is this Thursday, March 5th. Who doesn't love a Starbucks and then another Starbucks for free? Even if you're just like, I don't want to share. Hey, get them both for yourself. That's fine. Like, you could, like, no, this one's not for me. We don't care. If you want to get 2 Frappuccinos, and like whatever you want to do. Now, if you do want to share, or if you have a friend that owes you a Starbucks, bring hey, Thursday, you're going to go buy one, and then I'm going to get the free one because it happens. I think this is the first day for March, the first date, and then I do think we have another happy hour date. But definitely come in this Thursday and check it out. As we've been doing the show, Brad, this morning they're doing some landscaping outside. I don't know if we can show the folks at home. And it would be awesome if we could hear the guy with the leaf blower. We can't because we're insulated and everything. But I don't know if it's, is it Eastern Iowa Landscaping? I'm trying to remember who our landscaper is. But they're just getting after it in the parking lot. And I think they're replacing all of the mulch. Yeah, look at that. There you go. Mm-hmm. That's a lot of mulch, right? How many layers of mulch do we got out there? Wow. That's a whole thing. You can kind of hear the leaf blower a little bit. Yeah, so check that out. That seems like a big undertaking. Because there's all these like spots that have mulch, right? I don't know, are we going with a different color mulch? I wasn't consulted. I would say gold or red. Probably red, right? For Hy-Vee red. That's kind of but there was like a big like front end loader, like digging it up. So that's happening. All right, very good. Well, hey, listen, Ted Maroff was here. With the Muscatine County Freedom Rock, and that is a super cool thing that's going to be opening very soon. So in Wilton, they've got the old train depot, and there is a 28,000-pound stone that will be the Muscatine County Freedom Rock, and you have an opportunity to purchase a paver, and Ted talked about the 4 different sizes, recognizing someone that has or is still active duty military. Recognize them, get a paver for them, Again, the good news is you still have time. So they're trying to get to 1,000 pavers. They've got 100 and bless you. They've got 150 spoken for. And then in the next couple of months, maybe by July or August, it'll be open. The giant rock will be painted, and they'll be all set and ready to go with the Muscatine County Freedom Rock. So very excited for Ted and everybody that's involved with that. It's certainly no small task making that happen. And I appreciate him coming on. And yes, Ted does email me, and we communicate, and I get him on the show. I'm not shy about my email, right? You can use hyveetodayGmail.com, or you can email me directly, TonyToneshow@gmail.com. All one word, TonyToneshow. That's what Ted uses, and then he comes on and talks about it. So if that's you and you want to email me about something that's going on, please do. There's something going on this weekend, and I can't remember, but it's just a good example of, man, I wish I could remember. It'll probably come to me later, but there's just always constantly, there's stuff happening, and I never like to feel like we're missing something, because we should be able to talk about all these different things on this show. So I don't assume to know everything. So if you're out there and you're watching and you're like, hey, we've got this going on or this is happening, email me so we can have you on, just like Ted. So hyveetodayGmail.com, like it says on the screen, or my email, again, that TonyToneshow@gmail.com. Maybe you're a flyer person, you're more tangible. Well, guess what? I work in a public place. You can walk in the door here at Hy-Vee and you could find me, and, I guess you touch my shoulder. Hey, Tony. Hey, yeah, you got to have a high reach because I'm tall. I'm like, hey, I wanted to give you this flyer but that's what I'm saying. Like, whatever it takes, we would love to have you here as a guest to talk about what you've got going on. So please feel free to reach out and do that. All right. Okay. So tomorrow, Paul Marquez, who's playing Gomez in the Addams Family with the Wilton Fine Arts Guild, will be here. I'm not sure who else is joining him, but I'll send Paul a message. I've known Paul for several years. And I don't think it's the whole cast. I think it's like 2 to 3 people with Paulie. So we'll talk to him tomorrow. Read Across America Day, Dr. Seuss, right? There's a Wocket in my pocket. Classic Dr. Seuss. Hop on a Pop, another good Dr. Seuss. Read Across America Day, recognizing Dr. Seuss, right? I mean, I feel like I've told you I've wanted to write the Adventures of the World's Greatest Escape Hamster, Pickles, rest in peace. I mean, I feel like these Dr. Seuss books are good. I'm not trying to minimize it, but I feel like I could do it. I've got an illustrator right here. Chris Anderson could illustrate my kid's book, right? That could be a cool thing. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I should still write the Pickles one. I don't know. And then at the end, Pickles dies. Boy, that kid's book got real depressing, didn't it? It was really fun. The hamster kept escaping. No, but I have thought about that because I do like to write, and there is a hamster with a tie on. There's a very good theme there. That's sort of like a St. Patrick's Day hamster. No more rodents in my house. I'd be fine with fish. Fish are easy. Right? You do a little little fish. Sometimes, you got the tank. I don't need a tank. I don't want a fish tank. Like a little bowl. Hamster gangster. Have they stolen my idea already? Is that a hamster in the mafia? It was like a Tony Soprano hamster. I might be too late to the getting rich off of the hamster kids book idea. But again, the time trap. What? He went back in time to save his dad, and so did his hamster. Holy smokes. Wow. That combines one of my favorite subjects, time traveling and hamsters. I think my ship has sailed. Wow. That's pretty good. These are all... Oh, no! The Great Hamster Massacre. So there's like a subcategory for hamster literature. So this isn't a bad idea, writing the book. It's not. Because we're just showing you like 4 examples of people that have done it, that are smarter than I, right? They're making it happen. Whether they sell or not, we're not here to tell you. It didn't indicate if that was on a bestseller list, but the thing is, like, just remember, Baby Shark, okay? Baby Shark started as a song, and now they do stage shows. And there's an animated series and merchandise. My daughter has a Baby Shark towel, okay? There's a Baby Shark inflatable ball here in the store. We'll show you this tomorrow with the cart cam. Don't let me forget, guys. Near the dairy, we've got one of those cages where they've got like the little inflatable balls. And one of them is a Baby Shark ball. And I almost bought it the other day. I'm like, why can't we come up with the next Baby Shark? All of us together and get rich, right? Hamster Vice. Wow, that hamster has a rocket launcher. Look at that one. That one means business. Hamster Vice. If that's the case, then I'll just get Max Allen Collins to work with me. You know? I mean, he wrote Dick Tracy for a number of years. Road to Perdition, Road to Hamsterdition. That's what we're doing. We're remaking Road to Perdition with hamsters. Right? And the role that Jude Law played is a hamster. And then Tom Hanks's role is another. This is probably why Max is not coming on this show, because he hears what I talk about, and he's like, I'm not going on that show. All right, thanks for watching. Max Allen Collins, come on the program. Speaking of people I've emailed before, is this more? I don't know. Steve, don't undersell it. What is this? This is another good idea, the Happy Pickle. There you go. Maybe the angle is not Pickles the hamster. Maybe the angle of the book is a happy pickle. It could be Henry the Happy Pickle. What's his deal? He's just a happy pickle. Why? I don't know. He just goes about life. I love pickles. Deep fried pickle. Ooh, doesn't that sound good? Not this one. Yeah, we do. We don't keep these napkins as evidence. But I like that. The Happy Pickle. It almost looked like the Mr. Peanut, but it's a pickle. Close, though. You ran out of green. Yeah. All right. Listen, we'll be back tomorrow live at 8:30 or at 7:30 and 10:30 on MPW Cable. Again, talking about the Addams Family tomorrow on the program. Looking forward to it. Thanks to CBI Bank and Trust, Toyota of Muscatine, and Lutheran Living Senior Campus for their support. It was so good, again, talking to Ted Maroff. Muscatine County Freedom Rock. Get more info online and get one of those pavers purchased to recognize someone in your life. And grab your favorite Dr. Seuss book and read to your kids or grandkids for National Read Across America Day. And thank you for watching this show. I appreciate it. Take care, everybody. Goodbye.
Thanks for watching Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone.
Be very, very quiet. We're hunting rabbits.
We'll do it again tomorrow with more local guests from in and around the Muscatine community.
I'm trying to emote for the play that the alumni are putting on in Wilton.
Yeah,
this
man.
Friday, Saturday.
Questions, comments, know a great guest? Reach out to Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone on Facebook or via email, hyveetoday@gmail.com.